In today's digital age, the internet has become an indispensable part of our daily lives. From banking and shopping to social networking and entertainment, we rely on the web for countless activities. However, this unprecedented connectivity also brings with it a host of security risks. Cybercriminals are constantly devising new tactics to steal personal information, compromise devices, and exploit vulnerabilities. As such, secure browsing is not just a technical concern. It's a fundamental aspect of protecting your privacy, identity, and financial well-being. Understanding how to browse the internet securely is critical for everyone, regardless of their level of technical expertise. The first line of defense in secure browsing is adopting a security-first mindset. This means being aware of the potential threats lurking online and making conscious choices to mitigate them. For example, always be cautious when clicking on links, especially those received via email, social media, or messaging apps. Phishing attacks often use seemingly legitimate messages to trick users into revealing sensitive information or installing malicious software. Before clicking, hover over the link to see the actual URL and ensure it matches the expected destination. If something feels off, such as urgent requests for personal details or offers that seem too good to be true, it's best to err on the side of caution. Another crucial aspect of secure browsing is keeping your software up to date. This includes your operating system, web browser, plugins, and any security software you use. Developers regularly release updates to patch vulnerabilities that could be exploited by attackers. Delaying these updates leaves your device exposed to known threats. Enable automatic updates whenever possible, and periodically check for updates manually, especially for applications that handle sensitive information, such as banking apps or password managers. A strong, unique password for each of your online accounts is one of the most effective ways to protect yourself from unauthorized access. Reusing passwords across multiple sites increases the risk that a breach in one service could compromise your accounts elsewhere. Consider using a reputable password manager to generate and store complex passwords securely. These tools can also help you detect weak or duplicate passwords and prompt you to update them. Additionally, enable two-factor authentication, 2FA, wherever it's available. 2FA adds an extra layer of security by requiring a second verification step, such as a code sent to your phone, making it significantly harder for attackers to gain access, even if they have your password. When browsing the web, always look for HTTPS in the website address. The S stands for secure and indicates that the site uses encryption to protect the data transmitted between your browser and the server. This is particularly important when entering personal or financial information. While HTTPS is not a guarantee that a site is trustworthy, its absence should be a red flag, especially on pages that request sensitive data. Modern browsers often display a padlock icon next to the address bar to indicate secure connections. Be wary of sites with warnings about invalid or expired certificates, as these could indicate attempts to intercept or tamper with your data. Public Wi-Fi networks, such as those found in coffee shops, airports, and hotels, are notoriously insecure. Attackers can easily intercept unencrypted traffic or set up rogue access points to capture login credentials and other sensitive information. If you must use public Wi-Fi, avoid accessing sensitive accounts or conducting financial transactions. Consider using a virtual private network, VPN, to encrypt your internet traffic and shield your activities from prying eyes. A VPN creates a secure tunnel between your device and a trusted server, making it much more difficult for anyone on the same network to eavesdrop on your communications. Choose a reputable VPN provider with a clear privacy policy and a track record of protecting user data. Browser extensions and plugins can enhance your browsing experience, but they also introduce potential security risks. Malicious or poorly maintained extensions may collect your browsing data, inject ads, or even install malware. Only install extensions from official stores and trusted developers, and review the permissions they request. If an extension asks for access to all your data on every website, consider whether it truly needs that level of access. Regularly review and remove extensions you no longer use. Keeping your browser lean not only improves performance, but also reduces the attack surface available to cybercriminals. Ad blockers and anti-tracking tools can further enhance your security and privacy. Many online threats, including malware and phishing scams, are delivered through malicious ads or tracking scripts. By blocking these elements, you reduce your exposure to such risks. Look for reputable ad blockers that are regularly updated and allow you to customize your settings. Some browsers now include built-in tracking protection features that block third-party cookies and scripts known to compromise privacy. It's also important to be mindful of the information you share online. Social media profiles, forums, and even seemingly innocuous websites can be sources of valuable personal data for attackers. Avoid oversharing details such as your full birth date, address, phone number, or vacation plans. Cybercriminals often piece together information from multiple sources to craft convincing scams or guess security questions. Review your privacy settings on social networks and restrict who can see your posts and personal details. Remember that once information is posted online, it can be difficult, if not impossible, to completely remove it. Phishing and social engineering attacks remain among the most common and effective tactics used by cybercriminals. These attacks rely on manipulating human psychology rather than technical vulnerabilities. Be skeptical of unsolicited messages, especially those that create a sense of urgency or fear. Never provide personal or financial information in response to emails, texts, or phone calls claiming to be from banks, government agencies, or tech support. Legitimate organizations will never ask you to verify sensitive information in this manner. If in doubt, contact the organization directly using a verified phone number or website. Secure browsing also involves safeguarding your device itself. Install reputable antivirus and anti-malware software and keep it updated. While no solution can catch every threat, these tools provide an essential layer of defense against known malware, ransomware, and other malicious software. Enable your firewall to block unauthorized incoming and outgoing connections. On mobile devices, only install apps from official app stores, and review app permissions before granting access to sensitive features such as your camera, microphone, or location. Regularly clearing your browsing data, such as cookies, cache, and history, can help protect your privacy, especially on shared or public computers. Cookies can be used to track your online activities across different sites, building detailed profiles of your interests and behaviors. Periodically deleting this data limits the amount of information available to advertisers and potential attackers. Most browsers offer options to automatically clear browsing data upon exit or after a certain period. Educating yourself about the latest online threats and security best practices is an ongoing process. Cybersecurity is a rapidly evolving field, and new vulnerabilities are discovered all the time. Follow reputable security blogs, sign up for alerts from trusted sources, and participate in security awareness training if offered by your employer or school. The more you know about the tactics used by cybercriminals, the better equipped you'll be to recognize and avoid them. Children and teenagers are particularly vulnerable to online threats, as they may lack the experience or judgment to recognize risky situations. Parents should take an active role in educating their children about safe browsing habits. Use parental controls to restrict access to inappropriate or dangerous content, and encourage open communication about online experiences. Teach children never to share personal information with strangers, click on suspicious links, or download unknown files. Setting boundaries and monitoring online activity can help protect young users while fostering responsible internet use. Backing up your data is another often overlooked aspect of secure browsing. Ransomware attacks, hardware failures, or accidental deletions can result in the loss of valuable files. Regularly back up important documents, photos, and other data to an external drive or a secure cloud storage service. Ensure that backups are encrypted and stored in a separate location from your primary device. In the event of a security incident, having a recent backup can make recovery much easier and less stressful. Multi-device synchronization is a convenient feature offered by many browsers, allowing you to access bookmarks, passwords, and open tabs across different devices. While this can improve productivity, it also introduces additional security considerations. Ensure that all synchronized devices are protected with strong passwords, biometric authentication, and up-to-date security software. If you lose a device or suspect it has been compromised, immediately revoke its access to your accounts and change your passwords. Email remains one of the most common vectors for malware and phishing attacks. Be wary of attachments or links in unsolicited emails, even if they appear to come from someone you know. Attackers can spoof email addresses or compromise legitimate accounts to spread malicious content. When in doubt, verify the authenticity of the message through a separate communication channel. Many email services now offer built-in spam and phishing filters. Ensure these features are enabled and report suspicious messages to help improve detection for others. Social engineering attacks are not limited to email. Voice phishing, vishing, and text message phishing, smishing, are increasingly common. Scammers may pose as customer support representatives, government officials, or even family members to trick you into revealing sensitive information or transferring money. Always verify the identity of anyone requesting personal or financial details, and never feel pressured to act immediately. Legitimate organizations will understand your need to confirm their identity. Search engines are powerful tools, but they can also lead you to malicious websites if you're not careful. Cybercriminals use search engine optimization, SEO, techniques to push harmful sites higher in search results, hoping to lure unsuspecting users. Before clicking on a search result, check the URL and look for signs of legitimacy, such as recognizable domain names and professional website design. Be cautious of sites with excessive pop-ups, spelling errors, or requests for unnecessary personal information. Downloading files from the internet always carries some risk. Only download software, documents, or media from reputable sources, and avoid pirated or cracked software, which is often bundled with malware. Scan downloads with your antivirus software before opening them, and be wary of executable files. .exe.bat, .car are unexpected file types. When installing software, choose the custom installation option to avoid unwanted bundled programs or toolbars. Online shopping and banking require extra vigilance. Always navigate directly to the official website rather than clicking on links in emails or ads. Look for HTTPS and verify the site's authenticity before entering payment information. Use credit cards or secure payment services that offer fraud protection, and monitor your statements regularly for unauthorized charges. Many banks and retailers offer transaction alerts via email or SMS. Enable these notifications to quickly detect suspicious activity. Privacy-focused browsers and search engines offer alternative ways to browse the web with greater anonymity. Browsers like Mozilla Firefox, Brave, or Tor are designed with privacy in mind, offering features such as tracking protection, fingerprinting resistance, and built-in ad blocking. Search engines like DuckDuckGo or Startpage do not track your queries or build advertising profiles. While no tool can guarantee complete anonymity, combining privacy-focused solutions with good security practices can significantly reduce your digital footprint. Incognito or private browsing modes are useful for limiting the storage of browsing history, cookies, and form data on your device. However, it's important to understand their limitations. Private mode does not hide your activity from your internet service provider, employer, or the websites you visit. It also does not protect against malware or phishing attacks. Use private browsing when accessing shared computers or researching sensitive topics, but don't rely on it as your sole privacy measure. Many websites and services offer account recovery options, such as security questions or backup email addresses. Ensure that your recovery information is up to date and use answers that are not easily guessable or publicly available. Avoid using real information for security questions if it can be found on your social media profiles or through a simple web search. Consider using random answers and storing them securely in your password manager. The rise of smart devices, such as voice assistants, smart TVs, and Internet of Things (IoT) gadgets, has expanded the attack surface for cyber criminals. These devices often collect large amounts of personal data and may lack robust security measures. Change default passwords, keep firmware updated, and disable unnecessary features or remote access. Place smart devices on a separate network from your primary computers and smartphones to limit the potential impact of a breach. Awareness of browser fingerprinting is growing among privacy advocates. Browser fingerprinting involves collecting information about your device, browser version, installed fonts, screen resolution, and other characteristics to uniquely identify you online. While blocking scripts and using privacy-focused browsers can help, complete prevention is challenging. Minimizing the number of installed plugins and standardizing your browser settings can reduce your fingerprint's uniqueness. Social networking sites are treasure troves of personal information for attackers. Limit the amount of information you share publicly and regularly review your friends list and privacy settings. Be cautious when accepting friend requests or messages from unknown individuals, as these could be attempts to gather information or launch scams. Report suspicious accounts and encourage friends and family to do the same. Consider the use of encrypted communication tools for sensitive conversations. Messaging apps like Signal, WhatsApp, or Telegram offer end-to-end encryption, ensuring that only you and the intended recipient can read your messages. For email, services like ProtonMail or Tutanota provide enhanced encryption features. While encryption cannot prevent all forms of surveillance or interception, it adds a significant barrier for would-be attackers. Location sharing is another area where caution is warranted. Many apps and websites request access to your location, sometimes for legitimate reasons, but often for targeted advertising or data collection. Only grant location access when necessary, and review app permissions regularly. Disable location services when not in use, and be mindful of geotagging features in photos or social media posts, which can inadvertently reveal your whereabouts. Secure browsing is not a one-time effort but an ongoing commitment. Threats evolve and attackers adapt their tactics to exploit new technologies and behaviors. Regularly reviewing your security settings, updating your knowledge, and maintaining healthy skepticism are essential habits. Encourage friends, family, and colleagues to adopt secure browsing practices, as collective vigilance strengthens the overall security of the digital ecosystem. In summary, secure browsing requires a combination of technical safeguards, informed decision-making, and continuous vigilance. By keeping your software updated, using strong and unique passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and being cautious with links and downloads, you can significantly reduce your risk of falling victim to online threats. Protect your privacy by limiting the information you share, using privacy-focused tools, and understanding the limitations of incognito modes and browser fingerprinting. Stay informed about emerging threats, educate those around you, and remember that security is a shared responsibility. With the right mindset and practices, you can enjoy the benefits of the internet while keeping your personal information and digital life safe from harm.